Guys with partners. What qualities of hers make you feel so lucky to be with her? Go on. Brag about your woman. The sweetest, kindest, most hardworking, prettiest, most loyal, sexiest woman you could imagine. For me, anyway. Great mom. Intelligent. And funny. 52 years together and counting. Vertical bar 52 years together and counting. I hope this is something I'll be able to say one day. Congratulations to you. Note to dads in this thread, Mother's Day is coming up. Put your post in a card. She'll likely love reading your kind words. Honestly though, I'm not a mom, so Mother's Day doesn't apply to me, but I'd be bawling my eyes out if my man wrote some of this stuff in a card and gave it to me. I can only imagine how it would feel to be celebrated like that. Completely 100% honest and trustworthy, and makes me jello when I'm homesick. And, I mean, smart, successful, pretty, fit, kind, wise, all that good stuff too. But, honest, and jello, those are the big ones. I think my husband fell in love with me all over again a few weeks ago when he was sick and I brought him a cold cloth from the freezer and some soup. It really is the little things. Huh. I haven't figured out how she makes better sandwiches with the same ingredients. Love. She is so funny and 3 weeks ago did CPR on me when I had a heart attack until the ambulance arrived. So she's pretty good I guess. Pretty good. I guess so. Lol. Glad she was there for you. So many positives. The one that I find she has, that so many people do not have, is the willingness to change her mind, based on my input. No matter how hardened she is on a particular stance, or decision. If I make a case that is legitimate and reasonable she will change her mind. Of course. If my arguments are weak, she is quick to point that out how. Same goes for me. We have a very comfortable ability to disagree on anything without it ever resulting in a fight. Hang on to this one friend. She makes everyone around her feel better about themselves. She always makes sure people are taken care of, and she's very selfless. Almost to a fault. Extremely hardworking. Family oriented. Consistent. She's the most beautiful woman to exist. Inside and out. She refills my emotional energy. Her version of femininity enhances my masculinity. She makes me want to drag the moon down to earth for her. She is a yin to my yang, and I will find her in this life, and every one after. There's a reason my friends call her the chosen one. This made me tear up at my desk at work. This is so lovely. She is lucky, too, that you love her so much. Many happy years to both of you. She is everything I'm not. I'm a grumpy asshole most of the time, and she is happy and caring by nature. It just works. She works hard, I work hard, we have a beautiful son together. We support each other through thick and thin. She is my best friend. I would literally give my heart and lungs to her without a second thought. She is the only one that makes me genuinely smile. You sound like my boyfriend and I. He can be quite the grump and very quiet, but he is my grump, and he says I'm his sunshine. I've been in love with him since he asked me out when we were 10 years old. Broke my heart several times as children. The little fucker. But now 15 years later we are inseparable, and something about our personality dynamic makes us work so well. I hope he thinks of me the way you think of your girl. That's all us sunshine girls want from our assholes, lol. You and her sound so lovely together. Congratulations on your little family. She's smart, hardworking, kind, helpful to anyone, patient with me, and immensely strong-willed. This woman could stare down a ref Panzer division and make it retreat. She also buys me surprise cake quite a lot. 30 years and counting. Oi. Surprise cake. Damn, this thread is wholesome. It makes me feel so much hope. She's rational, patient, kind, empathetic, very funny, hardworking, and better looking than I deserve. She works as hard as I do. She's sweet. She can have conversations with you that make you think. This is actually what got me attracted to her at first. Pretty eyes and hair and the nicest butt I've seen in a while. Most importantly, I'm widowed and she's patient and understanding about it. It's nice to find somebody that understands. that loving someone else immensely doesn't mean you have less love for them. It's not a finite resource. She is smart. She is kind. She's makes me feel loved. She's super weird, and she's confident enough to say this is me. This is what I'm about. Instead of trying to hide her weirdness from people, she gets excited about stuff, and she sees the cool stuff in everyday life. Also, she's really good looking too. Reading all the comments makes me jealous of how blessed and fortunate you all are. Hopefully we'll be in the comments one day. /U0001F979. I have hope for you both. She feels like home. I have heard this term before but never quite understood it until I met her. We have struggled together, whether financial, changing jobs, family, and every time she is able to keep me grounded and we keep forward as a team. She's so empathetic, unselfish and emotionally intelligent. It feels very old school, if that makes sense. Not sure how I managed to get lucky enough for her to choose me every day, but she said yes last December. Did she instantly feel like home? Meeting her? I feel like certain people, you just click together really quick. But is that how it goes with a relationship too? She's the most genuinely nice and loving person I've ever met. She has lots of self-doubt, and when we first got together, she was always worried about meeting the people in my life. She'd say things like I hope they like me, and I would always tell her of course they will. And then whoever she met would tell me she's so sweet. You're so lucky. My friends and family dote on her constantly, and we joke that they all like her more than me. She's just magnetic. She has the ability to make anyone feel like they're the most important person in the world. Then at the end of the day, when we are laying in bed, she'll cuddle into me and say you're my favorite, and it makes my heart cry. Not with her anymore, but my most recent ex, and I ended on good terms because she got a chance at a dream job elsewhere in the country, and I have my son here. Anyways, my favorite of her many good traits was that she would never hold back anything that was bothering her from me, and when something was bothering her, which didn't happen often, she wouldn't get petty or lose her temper. She would always sit down, ask if we can talk about something that's bugging her, and we'd have a conversation about it and find a resolution. She was very patient and understanding when it came to these kinds of things, and it's something I've never experienced in any other relationship. If you don't mind, why did you guys end the relationship? 22 years and counting, and I still get excited to see her at the end of the day. She's a wonderful mother and a hard worker. She's a great partner. We can do anything together. Her smile lights up a room and her laugh is just so big and wonderful. The fact that getting her to smile and laugh can be a challenge. She can be a bit stoic, makes it all the more worth the effort. She puts the color in my world. Oh my god, that last line made me tear up. And I'm very stoic, dude. I'm happy for you too. I don't have a woman. I have a man. And I will brag about him till I die. He cares about what I feel. A lot of empathy, kindness, love, pure love. You go, boy. She's smart, motivated, and dedicated. She could literally do everything and anything she sets her mind to. I'm just the lucky idiot that gets to make her laugh. Making her laugh is a way bigger deal than you think. It's a trait that's hard to come by. I met a guy who makes me laugh. We're not dating or anything, but the amount of joy he brings to my life is just amazing. One time I had the sniffles, and I was in the bathroom. When I came out he said, "How was your line of coke in there?" I barely laughed, not because it was ridiculously hilarious, but because of his wit. It's charming. I'm hoping that we start dating soon, but both of us have a lot of personal issues that we are dealing with. I met my partner when I had all but given up on anything with anyone and was resigned to just go through the motions and hide my loneliness like I've done 4 years prior. My partner came out of the blue at the time I needed them the most and came from a direction I never would have expected. They are to me the light at the end of a very long and dark tunnel. They found me stuck in a hole and not only saw me as someone worth fighting for, but helped me out of that hole and onto a brighter, hopeful path for the future. They've been through a lot in their own life, losing both parents in the last several years, being the victim of sudden domestic abuse in the past, But they didn't let that turn them cynical or bitter. Instead they let that pain fuel their empathy, understanding, and compassion towards those they choose to care about. And I'm the luckiest man alive for being one of those. They know how to listen. They know how to communicate directly and effectively. And they know what they want in a relationship, and it's so refreshing and inspiring to know that our goals align so well. They make me feel seen, make me feel worthy, and make me feel confident in myself, which neither I nor anyone else has been able to induce in me as much in as far back as I can remember. Every day I wake up next to them. Whatever else is going on or going wrong in my life melts away, and I know that things are going to be okay. A lot of people say that they love their partners as much now as they did when they first fell in love. For me, that's not true. I love them more now than ever, and will likely love them even more tomorrow. She's never lied, and we have this system where if we pinky promise on something, it can't be a lie. So I never have to deal with dishonesty or avoiding the truth. It's definitely caused some hurt feelings, but at the end of the day it is such a relief. She's super smart, literally a scientist. She worked hard for we have together. Both our parents are poor. She is incredibly kind to animals. Sometimes people, but not always. She has resting bee face around people. She makes lame and funny jokes, plays video games with me, and is super smoking hot. French, ginger, fashionable, well spoken and organized. She is my dream girl. She's just nice to me, which is a big thing for me. When I was younger, no one was just nice for no reason. Her lip does this thing. When she says F words, that does it for me. She's a great mom, daughter, sister and friend. She's just an all-around great person, and I love her so much. She genuinely cares and genuinely sees us as a unit, so my needs are important too, not just hers. After my last relationship, this is like a freaking revelation from the heavens, carried down by choirs of angels riding golden chariots and spreading rose petals. She calls out my hypocrisies and forgives me. Like what? Gay guy here. He's wonderful, emotionally open, loves Dark Souls as much as I do. He is my son. I'm surprised I had to go this far down before finding a homosexual relationship. We are probably not posting because of the weirdly exclusionary title. She's a fiercely loyal, dependable woman. She has devoted the last 5 years of her life to raising our daughter and keeping her out of daycare, while still doing part-time work out of our home office to help keep up with bills. She is a phenomenal cook who hones in on her creativity to make me and our daughter consistently good, quality food every night. She's 42 years old and has the body of a chick in her late 20s. After having a kid at 37, mind you, she listens to me and trusts me enough to listen to her. We communicate about a lot. When we first met, I thought she was sexy as hell and instantly wanted to know her. 15 years later, she still turns me on so damn much. The long years of our life together have only brought us closer to each other.